What's going on, everyone? It's UrAvgConsumer, and today I've got a comparison video for you guys of the Beats by Dre Executives and the Beats Wireless. So let's not waste any time, let's get right into it. Alright guys, here we have the Executives and the Beats Wireless. Of course, I like to start off my comparisons with the cases that they come with. And the Executives come in a rectangular hard shell case, which is pretty good for protection. And it's pretty easy to throw into a book bag, briefcase, suitcase, whatever you want to throw it into. It's pretty simple to throw that in there. Whereas the Beats Wireless, they come with this soft pouch kind of case. It offers no real protection. It'll protect it from like scratches or anything like that. But it's not gonna help with impact or if you sit on it or anything like that. So, definitely a plus with this hard shell case for the Executives. But at least the Wireless, you can actually take this little band, this little strip here, and put it around your book bag handle or something like that, or you can just hold it in your hands while walking, whatever you want to do with it, and you can just do that. But when we open up the cases, as you can see, my biggest gripe with the case of the Executives is that there are no pouches, so your cable is just kind of hanging loose, and you kind of have to sit your Executives in a weird position to get them in here. So that's my biggest gripe with the case of the Executives. Whereas the Beats Wireless, all you have to do is kind of fold them up and throw them in here. And it also has this little pouch so that you can keep your cables, as well as your USB charger for the wireless. So that's pretty cool that this has this, but like I said, no real protection since this is so flimsy, but it at least gives you that pouch and makes it pretty portable. So enough about the cases. So now let's talk about these headphones. The Executives cost about $299.99, $300, and the wireless cost $279.99. So these are almost $300. But these are, slightly cheaper. The Executives are the newest out of the Beats line, and the Wireless are fairly new, but they've been out for a couple of months now, almost a year almost. And like I said, the Beats Wireless are my current favorite pair of Beats, and this comparison should give you some insight as to the reasons why. So let's talk a bit about the features. The Beats Executives have active noise canceling, and they run on 2 AAA batteries, while the Beats Wireless have Bluetooth capabilities, and these run on an internal battery that you can use the USB I just showed you guys to charge them up, and you don't ever have to worry about your batteries dying and having to get a new pair inside. All you have to do is charge them up. If these die on you, you can always plug in your cable and still listen to music, even if there's no battery or you don't want to use Bluetooth. Whereas the Executives, if your batteries do die on these, that's about it for the headphones. You gotta wait till you get new batteries inside, and you can't listen to them without the power. So that's my biggest gripe with these, and one of my favorite things about the Beats Wireless, that it has a rechargeable battery and it doesn't rely on it. So definitely bonus points for these. As far as the design goes, I'm a big fan of both of these designs. I'd probably give it to the Executives since they just look a little, nicer. I think that these have a really cool design. I'm still a fan of my Beats Wireless. I think they look great, but I still definitely got to give it to the Executives. I think this is a really nice, cool look. This really does hit that Executive theme that they're going for, with the little leather accents on the ear cups and the actual band and the ear cups right here. So that's pretty cool. Whereas the Beats, these look like pretty standard Beats. They look very similar to the Solo HDs, but of course they've got these buttons on the side here, and these are a little bigger than the Solo HDs. So still, if you're a fan of the Beats look, this is a pretty classic look since it looks like the Solo HDs, and I'm a fan of those. So in the looks department, I still got to give it to the Executives just a bit. Now, as far as durability goes, because this has this aluminum finish on the ear cups, it's got a lot more durability for it, where this is made out of plastic. I've had no issues with the durability of these, even though they're made out of plastic, but it's easy to see that these are the more durable pair, as they're, got the aluminum finish, and these are thicker bands, as you can see here, in comparison to the Wireless. These are a lot thinner compared to these. So this definitely wins in the durability department as well. As far as comfort goes, these are both very comfortable. I do like that the cushions are so soft on the executives. I think the Beats Wireless are like the second most comfortable pair. Some might even find the Beats Wireless a little more comfortable because it's not, your ear doesn't have to go inside of the actual cups, so it might not squish them. But I do think that these are very, very comfortable. They're both very, very comfortable. I still probably give it to the executives in that department though, because the band is a little softer than these, even though, you know, it's really a bit of a difference as far as on-ear headphones versus over-ear headphones. But they're both great in their departments. Now, my favorite thing about the Beats Wireless is, of course, the fact that they're wireless. They use Bluetooth to connect to cell phones, tablets, computers, your PlayStation Vita if you have one, all kinds of stuff. And it's really nice that it can do that. I'm a fan of wireless headphones. So sometimes I don't like using, you know, the cables. They can get in the way for me sometimes. So I really am a fan of the wireless features. So this really hits a good spot for me as far as like functionality goes. So it's one of my favorite features about them. And it doesn't take away from anything. It doesn't affect the sound quality. I've heard tons of people say that the sound quality diminishes when you're using the Bluetooth features, but I have not found that to be true at all. What I do think though is that when people use the Bluetooth features, they don't keep in mind that there are two volumes that you have to control, the volumes of the headphones as well as the volume of the device that you're using. So if you keep the volume of the headphones low and then the device high, it might sound like this is outputting lower sound quality, but the sound quality does not change between those two. So I see it as simply a bonus that these have the Bluetooth feature. And of course, you know, you can change all the tracks from the ear cups. You can power these and do all kinds of fancy stuff, skip, go back, pause. So I really like that functionality that I don't have to even pull out my device to control my music. So definitely some huge bonus points with that. And that brings me into the next part, where the sound quality. Now these both have some really good sound quality. When it comes to the wireless, I gotta say that the executives are a bit clearer. These do have a lot of good bass, and the executives have good bass as well. I just do think that these have some, you know, better overall quality, but the hissing on these really is a factor to consider from the active noise canceling. Like I said, that hiss can travel into your music, and it's just a bit of a bother. It can kind of make the music sound a little muddy, and by muddy I mean not as clear because of that hiss. These are both great sounding headphones, and like I said, the Beats Wireless are my favorite headphones, so it goes to show you that even though I said that these aren't the clearest, they still do sound good enough for your average consumer. They sound a lot better than the Solo HDs. Some people think that these are like similar to the Solo HDs but just have Bluetooth features, but that's not true. But like I said, I do think that these sound a little better, but that hissing can interfere with that sound quality a little bit. But overall, the average consumer will find both of these to be great sounding headphones. They both pack a lot of bass. I'm really a big fan of the bass on these. They both sound great. So in the sound quality department, I do give the edge to the executives a little bit, but I'm still gonna go with the Beats Wireless as my favorite pair of headphones, even after being exposed to these, simply because of all the features that these has and the fact that it doesn't rely on batteries or anything like that. And it's also just a little smaller in design, so it's a little sleeker for me. It's easier to carry, but pretty much that wraps it up, guys. If you have any more further questions about these or the differences between the two of these, feel free to let me know, and I'll answer that down in the comments below. And pretty much, thanks for watching, guys. If you liked it, please feel free to rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Till then, it's your average consumer. Peace.